Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Warzone 2 video. This video is a special one for you. A lot of changes in Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2. We're going to focus on Warzone 2 in today's video though, so we'll jump right into all the recent changes in the Season 1 Reloaded patch notes right now, so stick around. Alright, so we are getting into the patch notes here on all the recent changes in the Season 1 Reloaded update, and let's face it, we all know that, Warzone 2 hasn't been in the best state lately. The numbers are dropping, the players are leaving, and I'm pretty sure Activision, Infinity Ward, Raven, all of them over there at the office, they gotta know, and obviously they know, because all these changes that we're going to go through in today's video definitely shows that they are, I don't know if they're listening, but they are seeing that the players are leaving and unhappy with the changes. So they are making some changes now, finally, before the holiday break, because the devs will go out on break throughout Christmas and New Year's and won't be back, until the beginning, maybe the first week of January. And, as we all remember from Caldera, that was a nightmare with the Krampus and all the bugs and glitches. So they are trying to make some of these changes, at least some quality of life changes, more in line with Warzone 1 before they head out on break, which is a nice change of pace, and it will make the game more enjoyable. So we'll go ahead and jump into those now. By the way, if you are enjoying the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are getting close to 500 right now. So please share the video, drop a like, comment down below. Yeah. All right, so this was the most recent update yesterday, December 19th, for the patch notes here and various bug fixes that really, were very important and, crashing the game and causing a lot of other issues. So right here, they fixed an issue where players were able to save blueprints from private matches and showcase. So they were able to go into a private match, save their blueprint, even if they didn't have those attachments unlocked, save it, and then use it in multiplayer and in Warzone 2. They also fixed an issue that could affect the Basilisk bullet spread when ADS. So they fixed that. Fixed an issue with the Gauze operator skin, the Grass Ops skin, not appearing as purchased once unlocked. They fixed an issue that caused lingering smoke to disappear while ADS during an active SAE. They fixed an issue which prevented players from selecting a blueprint after leaving a match early. I experienced that firsthand. Super annoying bug, so I'm glad to see they got that fixed. Fixed an issue that caused Steam friends to appear as their Steam ID 64 rather than their intended nickname. And they fixed an issue preventing players from selecting the correct number of Battle Pass tokens to purchase. Alright, so jumping into the meat and potatoes of the video, what we're all here for, the Warzone 2.0 gameplay fixes and bug fixes. So gameplay, at the buy station, they reduced the cost of primary loadout weapons to 2,500, down from 5,000. This is huge. Getting your primary and your secondary, getting your primary was already hard enough with there not being much money, around the map, around Al Mazrah. It was already hard enough to get one. So now that they've, lowered that down to 2,500, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get your primary and your secondary if you wish, which is going to be huge. Some bug fixes in BR. So they fixed an issue that caused the Champion's Quest element negative effects to remain on the screen after dropping them outside of the playable boundaries. In DMZ, they fixed an issue that prevented players from unequipping an insured weapon if their contraband inventory was full. Some recently implemented changes, some gameplay. The chance to encounter multiple circles in BR has been reduced to 15%, down from 33%. I'm guessing they looked at the data. They realized people weren't really liking the whole multiple 2 to 3 zones splitting up like that. So the chance of that happening is now down to 15% from 33%. The heavy chopper has been disabled in BR while they investigate options to balance this vehicle for late game. That thing was a monster. That thing was nuts at the end game, people just hanging out in it. It was impossible to take it down. It took so much damage, and the fuel, you just gather a couple fuel cans, and they could just hang out for the rest of the game. Really kind of annoying, so I'm glad to see some fixes with that. They doubled the average number of buy stations per BR match. Yes, that is a good change to see. It does look like some of the buy stations are right on top of each other, though. That's kind of a bummer, but in the end, it's still more buy stations. So I'm not going to complain too much about that because there is more. The loadout drop public event in BR will occur during the second zone, one circle earlier than before. So in the second zone, sometime at any time in the second zone, the loadout will drop, the free loadout, the public event. So that's a great change to see that happening sooner, because I'm guessing they probably looked at the data and they realized most players were not getting their loadout, especially because the icon disappears. Once one person gets it, the icon disappears completely, and then your ping goes away after about 30 to 45 seconds. So you really lose, the area anyways on where the loadout was. So that's really nice to see that a lot more players will be able to get their loadouts earlier in game. And then some more bug fixes here. They fixed an issue that caused players to unintentionally lose a small amount of cash when equipping a loadout. That is huge. I always wondered why, if it was a bug or if it's meant to happen that way. When you get your loadout, you lose like, $200, $300, $400, per player that gets your loadout during the free public event, which is really annoying. So I'm glad to see that get fixed. They fixed an issue that resulted in the base AI combatant difficulty being increased across DMZ that was only intended for a specific area. So if you're a DMZ player, I'm sure you'll like that change. One more thing on the loadout changes here in Warzone 2 that I did want to mention before we jump over to Twitter and check out Raven and Infinity Ward's tweets on the changes that were made today. I did want to quickly mention that in tonight's games, we'd get to several different buy stations to get our loadout, to buy our loadout in duos, and there would be none there. They'd be completely sold out, just like the UAVs, and I'm really not sure if this was an intended, feature to where it sells out, only so many teams can purchase their loadout, or if it's just one loadout per buy station, or whatever the case is. Now I did notice that they are universal loadouts, so if another team buys their loadout, drops it, you kill them, you can actually go to their loadout that they purchased and get your loadout. Again, I don't know if this is a feature that's supposed to be there or if it's bugged or glitched. I'm going to guess that the feature where you can get other people's loadouts that they purchase with their money, not the free one that drops, I'm guessing that is a feature. Since we do share universal loadouts during the free public event, I'm going to guess that that's a feature add-on. Now, them running out at the buy stations, just like the UAVs, just like, gas mask and other items, munitions, armor boxes, I don't believe that's meant to be there. I think it is a bug. I hope it's a bug. If not, if that's supposed to be there, I don't see what the point is then of bringing back loadouts and being able to buy them at the buy stations if they're just going to run out after one or two teams buy their loadouts. Just my thoughts and opinion on it, but I don't like that, and I hope that's not the case. Hopefully that gets fixed soon. So make sure you share this video around for more awareness, because I haven't really seen anybody talk about this with the loadouts being gone from the buy stations. So yeah, make sure you share this video, guys. So if we go over to Twitter and we look at Raven Software's tweets, they say, "Have a holly jolly Warzone 2. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there will be snow, but have a loadout drop grenade," with a present emoji. Now available at buy stations across Al Mazrah. So they're letting us know that loadouts are here to purchase at the buy stations. Now it does say underneath here, loadout drop grenades are currently enabled in BR for players to purchase via buy station. Pricing below. So now players, solos, duos, trios, quads, you can all purchase your loadouts at the buy stations, which is huge. This is going to change the game. I think it's going to bring a lot of players back, keep a lot of players playing. A lot of people don't really like the traditional BR map, and what made Warzone Warzone was that loadout. One of the many reasons I love Warzone, in my personal opinion, is I love the loadout. I loved that Warzone was a little bit faster paced than a typical BR. It is faster paced than Blackout ever was, and you do have your custom loadout weapons. I know a lot of people disagree, but this is my opinion. Everyone has their own. I like the loadouts. I think it really does increase the flow of the game, increase the pacing. And honestly, I'm glad they brought these back. Not everyone will agree, but I like it. So for solos, it's going to cost you $8,000 to get your custom loadout. Duos, $16,000. Trios, $24,000. And quads, a whopping $32,000. Hopefully they do increase the cash flow, though, across Al Mazrah, because it's going to be hard, especially in quads, to get 32 grand. You can do safe crackers, intel, bounties and whatnot. That's going to really increase, your cash flow. But safe crackers, they're just like the scavengers from Warzone 1, so everyone migrates to those. So sometimes you may not be able to get one, and that cash flow is going to be hard to get. So hopefully they do increase the cash flow, maybe eliminate the $100 bills, the stacks of those. That would be nice. Just like in Warzone 1, money was everywhere, easy to find. You just loot up, keep going, go for kills, or go for the win, whatever you want to do. But it really kept the pacing of the game on point, and I loved that. Now, they did say underneath as well, the continuity of this feature will depend on feedback we receive and overall impact on BR experience in Warzone 2. In the meantime, enjoy. I don't really know what this means exactly. It does say, though, depending on feedback, if they're going to keep this, we may lose this in a month or two. We don't know. We may lose the option to buy your loadout at the buy station. Me personally, I think it's going to stick around forever. I think they're going to have a lot of positive feedback, more than negative feedback on being able to buy your custom weapons. This will also, in turn, increase sales for them in the store. And we all know, they are a business. They got to make money. I know a lot of people don't agree with it. But in the end, they are a business. They got to make money. This is a free-to-play game. They got to make money somehow, and this is their way of doing that. So the sales, I'm sure, have been, down more than normal due to not being able to get your loadouts in a timely manner or get it at all. So you're stuck with floor loot weapons. So this is really going to drive those sales back up, which is, the end goal for them. And, of course, keeping player retention going and getting new players in the game as well. All right, so next up here on Infinity Ward's Twitter page, they did post a tweet that says, "We deployed a fix overnight that has drastically decreased the number of crashes across all platforms." Now, I know this was from a few days back, but I have been hearing that a lot of people are still experiencing crashes. I myself, since the Season 1 update, I actually have not had any crashes whatsoever. So I'm counting my blessings on that hopefully, I don't start getting those crashes that I'm seeing other PC players are getting. If you are on console or PC or PlayStation, though, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you still are crashing, because I'd like to know how many of the player base are actually still crashing with these fixes and these bug fixes they have implemented. So that'd be nice to know. So just let me know down below. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. I just wanted to go over those patch notes with all the huge changes that have been implemented into Warzone 2 and El Mazrah. Some changes that should have been there since day one, and I think they're finally starting to realize this. Hopefully starting to realize this, that this is what the player base wants. Maybe not most of them, maybe not even a fraction of them, but they have noticed the numbers. People are starting to leave and not play the game as often. And, people playing the game is how they make money, so they got to keep them around and make us happy. But that'll do it for today, guys. But once again, if you enjoyed today's video, let me know by dropping a like on it. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you are new around here, or if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate each and every one of you support on the channel here recently. We've been crushing it, so I really appreciate that. Make sure you turn on post notifications so you're always notified when we go live and post new content. But more importantly, make sure you stay tactical. Merc out.